Alright guys, so here's the deal. Pulling void shards, complete scam. I'm gonna prove it here today. Had a video before, we tried to do this. Listen, something was wrong, but we have all of the data correct today, so let's get it. What up team, enjoy MurderInc here, back again with another Raid Shadow Legends video here. And what are we doing? I am here to show you, the lovely viewers, that you don't pull during 10 times. You don't pull shards in general. We're here to delete shards, get rid of them. Just get rid of them. They're the biggest bait in the world. Sorry Plarium, I know I'm your guy, but like not today. Not today, not today. So listen, I hired the brightest mathematicians in the entire world. Now, if you remember from the video I did before, pulled shards, I got Leorius, I pulled that, it wasn't even an event, it was just some random, I mean, it could have been an event. My memory is not that good right now, but I pulled shards, ended up getting a legendary, it was the worst. But we have that information. I know that I pulled, I believe, 20 or 17 shards after that. So what are we doing here today? We have a 10 times event here. We have a 0.5% chance of me pulling a legendary. I'm going to be pulling 108 shards. So that's going to be about 120, 130 total here. I'm here to show you that don't be fooled. Actually, it's funny. I have the exact amount I need as far as my space goes to pull this. It's like I planned this ahead of time. Anyways, I'm going to show you that, listen, I talked with the math experts. They said, your chances of pulling anything are extremely low. And I said, how low? They said 0.5% per shard. And I said, you're worth every single penny that I paid for you. And they gave me this, like, this snicker. I wasn't really sure what that was about. But anyways, so hired those guys. They said, unlikely you're going to pull anything. Especially, they said you have like a minuscule percent to pull anything in at least the first 50, 60 shards. She said, you're dreaming. You're dreaming, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to pull for you guys today, and I'm going to, first of all, lay it all out there, prove to everybody that it's just a waste of time. All of these shards are a waste of time. Yes, you get the dopamine and all this other stuff, but it's just not true. So, you know what? Let's get it. We're going to start here today. We have all the space we need. First 10 pull. Let's go. Let's go. You know what? We don't even want to wait for any of this BS here. Look at this. 10 rares. This is what you can expect when you pull. Just be like, okay, I'm pulling for food. That's all that really matters here. 2 epics, whatever. So we're at that point where we have 30 shards left before the chance of like not get
2,000 years later.
Are you kidding me? Krutroxa? Maneater? Listen. Plarium, I see what you're doing. You know what? I just made a manipulation video where we talked about our tinfoil hat theories here and how they boost content creators' accounts. I'm a believer. What you're doing is, you know I'm recording this. Somehow, you just know. You're increasing my rates, so when I show people, they're like, oh, look at his luck, let me pull. And I saw some comments that are like, no, I've seen other CCs pull crazy amounts and not get what they wanted. Plarium just doesn't like them. It's that simple. It's really that simple. Maybe they don't simp hard enough for the company. Listen, you want some advice? Be nice to Plarium. Look what they do. This is just ridiculous. This is mulligan, not gonna count it. They're clearly tampering with my account. Yeah. Okay, this is what I want to see here. This is, I can't believe that happened so quick. The hell did I hire those mathematicians for? I'm just getting baited over and over again. First by Plarium, then by these mathematicians, all rares. This is what we want to see. This is the point I'm trying to show you guys. It's just ridiculous. We got Skull Crown. I think she's part of the 10 times, but honestly, I mean, she's really good. I'm not going to say anything about that. More rare champions, row of 10. You'll love to see it here. We're getting a lot of Skull Crowns. What's the deal with that? Since when does 10 times work this efficiently? Usually when you're trying to pull a champion like that, you never see them. You really don't. Okay, we got 8 left. We're not going to get anything. First of all, the probability of me getting a legendary is supposed to be ridiculously small. On top of that, the fact that I got it so quickly, there's just something fishy going on. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to describe it. I never do shard pull videos because this is not a shard pull video, first of all. This is a shard, another skull crown. This is a shard exposure video on how 10x doesn't work at all, despite me getting 10x epics all the time. But that's besides the point because they're manipulating my rates. So we're not going to talk about that. What we're going to talk about is don't buy shards and think you're going to get something incredible in this game, because it's just not true. It's not going to happen. You're going to get, I mean, Grutrox is pretty good. She is pretty good. A 4-hit A1, weaken, extra turn, revive on death, hits like an absolute truck if you know how to build her. So there's all these good things happening. But the chances, let's go over them again. 0.5%? I'm not buying it. You shouldn't be buying it either. I mean, I did buy it, but I bought it to show you guys the disrespect. What is this? 100% extra? Sounds a little suspect. Honestly, let's just release a pack and put 3000% extra next to it. They can do that. I'm pretty sure they can do that. I mean, there are some rules, but it's really easy to go around those rules. So that's what I wanted to show you here today. Unlucky we got a legendary. I don't really mean that, but I'm saying it for this video. Unlucky because, I mean, the math should have spoke for itself here. We got Grutrox. So, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, pull shards if you want to pull shards. Don't pull shards if you don't want to pull shards. But it all comes down to one simple truth. When you don't want anything, you're going to get something. It's been the same for me since I started playing the game. If you want something and you go into an event with 500 shards, 600 shards, you're probably going to come out pretty darn disappointed. I've just noticed this trend everywhere. It has to do with the individual pulling. They get all hyped up. I mean, think about it for yourself. And you can comment about this too. How many times have you pulled 5, 6, maybe 10, 20 shards? Just say, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. And you pull a crazy legendary, right? Now compare that to the amount of times you've saved up your hard-earned shards that you've developed and accumulated over time, completing various tasks, or you just swiped. It is what it is. People do what they want. And which ones, I mean, think about it. The ones where you pull a lot of shards, you don't get what you want. I mean, sometimes you do, but really you don't. And then the ones where you're just like pulling like whatever, there's an event, maybe I can get like the first reward, which is going to be great. It's like 5 brews, because that's what I want when I pull 20 shards, 5 brews. Anyways, and those are the times you get the good legendaries. But some people even say that it's the packs that you buy. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the packs that they release, the ones that are terrible value. Those are the ones that give you the legendaries. Are they seeding shards? I don't know. That's for them to know and us to find out. Post with your results, because we are in full investigative mode right now. We are the detectives here. We need to figure out all of this nonsense, make sense of this nonsense, because I know people who are going 200 and something shards without a legendary, hitting pity constantly every single 2 times event, and then there's me. And then there's a lot of you guys pulling random shards whenever they feel like it, and it's just raining legendaries. Raining. So we need to come down to the bottom of this. We need to figure this out, because we deserve answers. We deserve answers. Anyways, if you enjoy this content, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you all in my next upload.